Hi guys, welcome to Yogalates with SJ. So we're going to start our workout in a tabletop position. You're dropping the belly and gazing up, tailbone up, and then pressing the mat away as you round the spine, bringing the chin to chest. Inhale, starting to come up, gazing up, tailbone up, exhale as you round the spine, bringing the chin to chest, pressing the shoulders towards the earth, and staying here, coming to that neutral pelvis. On an inhale, starting to sweep your right arm back and then circling it all the way around, forward and down. And then the opposite arm comes all the way back, around and down as you exhale. Inhale, sweeping that left arm up, circling it around. Exhale, inhale, circling the right arm, and exhale, releasing it down. Keeping this going. So as you circle the arm back, you're letting the gaze follow and bringing it all the way around and placing the hand back down, then going to the other side. So we're finding a really nice rotation into the shoulder, and we're also finding some nice mobility into the neck, trying to keep the pelvis in a neutral, and we are keeping the whole lower body still here. And then you're starting to thread the needle. So you're bringing the left arm through and then bringing it out to the side and then bringing it back down and lengthening out and keeping this going. So we're keeping the lower body still really still here as we continue with this. We're just trying to find a little twist into the side waist through that left side. And you are not locking out the elbows, so keeping a softness into those elbows. Let's go to the other side. So you're threading that right arm through, then lengthening it out, fingertips point out to the side and coming down with that rotation and lengthening it out and rotate and opening out and rotating and coming out. Reach and exhale as you release the hand down. Awesome. Just bringing the right arm back, and then you are sweeping the arm forward and then returning the hand down. And then you're bringing the left arm back, bringing it forward, palm facing down, and then releasing the hand down. Keeping this going. So you're bringing your right arm back, lengthening forward with the fingertips, and then placing the hand down and coming to the other side. We want to find that stability and that core strength here. So keeping the belly button drawn towards the spine, and you are switching to the other side, coming down, keeping everything else very still, and we are keeping the shoulders away from the ears. We are keeping that core engaged. We have a neutral pelvis. We aren't tucking the tailbone under, and we aren't putting the tailbone back or up. We are keeping that nice flat back position here. Awesome. Next time you come down, you're just pressing the right leg back and you've got to flex into that foot, tucking the left toes under, and then you're pointing at the toes and flexing on that right side. So it's just a point and a flex of the foot and keeping the hips pointing straight down. You've got your core engaged, you have got that really nice neutral pelvis, lengthening the toes out and then pressing the heel back. Beautiful. And then you're starting to bend the knee in as you come down into a half press up, pressing back up and pressing the heel out. Almost imagining that you're trying to press something away. So you are pressing something out from that foot, from the heel as you press out, pressing up from your press up, and then you are lowering down with control as you bend in that right knee. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, the elbows go straight back. You've got length through the back of the neck and you've got your core engaged. Staying strong here, breathing in, exhale as you power back up. Awesome. And releasing, bringing the knees out wide, bringing the belly to soften between those knees. Finding a child's pose and then shifting forward, coming to your tabletop position again. Finding that neutral here, and you're pressing the left leg back and then you're tucking those right toes under, and we are starting to flex and point the toe on that left side. So keeping that going, just imagining that you're pressing the heel towards the wall, the back wall, and finding that length through the back of the leg with that. And then you're pointing the toes, finding length through the front side of the shin, front side of the ankle, keeping your core engaged. Let's come to that press up. So you're pressing up as you press the leg out, and you're lowering down as you start to bring the knee in. And keeping your core engaged here, keeping strong. Elbows go straight back, gaze is straight down, pressing out the heel and finding that power. We are working through every muscle and we are getting results in only 30 minutes, guys. So keeping really strong here. Beautiful. Let's come all the way back through center and lengthening the arms forward as you sit back towards the heels. Just finding your child's pose. And then inhale as you roll up and exhale as you come down onto your forearms. Starting to press your right leg back, and you are opening out to the right side as you start to circle through that leg. So you want to be down on your left forearm, your gaze can be straight down or slightly forward, and you have got a tuck of the left toes, and you're circling in one direction, and then when you're ready you can circle back the other way. So we're working into the glute here, the hip, and you've got your core engaged. You don't need to lift the leg too high. It is all about connecting into those muscles here. You don't want to lift the head up or drop the head down. So finding length through the back of the neck as well. Making sure that you're breathing in, breathing out. Keep it going. Beautiful work. Bringing that knee all the way back down. And then we are coming over to the left forearm, and you're starting to come to your side. You're going to start to lift the hips all the way up. So you've got the right toes connected onto your mat, and you have got the left leg, that bottom leg is lengthened out. You're coming to the outside edge of that leg, and you're starting to lift up, lifting the hips up and then lowering the hips back down as you thread the arm through beneath the side waist. You can let the gaze follow with this, and lifting as you inhale, exhale, starting to lower down with control. We want to keep an openness across the front side of the pelvis. Nice. And let's come all the way down, and you're coming on to your right forearm, and you've got your right toes tucked and your left leg is lengthened out. Let's find those circles here with this on the left side. So you've got a neutral foot position, and you're opening out to that left side. Hips are open, keeping your core softly engaged, and circle it around, feeling that connection to the glute, to the hip, and then back the other way when you're ready. Making sure you're breathing, getting strong. A few more here. Bring the foot down. Beautiful. We're coming to the side again, and you've got your right leg is lengthened out this time, and you're coming onto the toes of the left foot, and you are lifting the hips up, and then you are starting to thread the needle, so threading the arm beneath the body and lengthening up. So lifting the hips up high as you lengthen the fingertips up towards the ceiling through that left side. And then you are starting to bring the arm down and coming back up. Lifting, and rotating. So trying to keep that lift as you rotate around, as you thread the arm underneath the body. Gaze following, lifting up out of that shoulder. Exhale as you lower back down. Staying strong. Nice. Let's come all the way to a seat. You're bringing the soles of your feet together. Your knees are coming out wide. Rolling the shoulders up, releasing the shoulders down, and then bringing the arms forward. You've got your fingertips reaching forward and shoulders are away from the ears. Engaging into the core and starting to roll down really slowly. And then you are rolling all the way back up. And reaching forward, keeping that lift up out of the pelvic floor, and then you're starting to roll all the way back down, reaching the arms up overhead, and then starting to roll back up. So you're connecting into your core muscles. If it feels too much here to have the knees out wide, you can always have the soles of the feet on your mat. So just working into a challenge without coming into any tension through that lower back. So just making sure you are able to maintain the whole time into that core as you move. Lifting as you come up and reach forward, and then starting to connect into that core, belly button to spine as you roll down vertebra by vertebra, reaching the arms up overhead, and inhale, lifting, using your core to draw you all the way up, reaching forward, keeping that length into the spine, lifting up out of the pelvic floor, and then starting to tuck the tailbone under as you roll the spine all the way back down, reaching the arms up overhead. Inhale, coming up, and exhale as you come forward. Reach, inhale, coming back through center, lifting the arms up, exhale, circle, sweep the arms around, and staying here. Inhale, bringing the arms up again. Exhale as you start to bring the arms down, and we are starting to bring the arms up. Inhale, exhale, coming over to the right side. Inhale, coming up through center. Exhale, coming over to the left. Starting to circle this around, so you're keeping that connection of the core, just bringing the arms forward, and it's almost like you're making a circle with this. So you're bringing the arms all the way over to that right side, reaching, sweeping it all the way around to your left side, and then reaching back up towards the ceiling, lifting up out of the pelvic floor, and then inhale, lengthening up, exhale, twisting to that left side, and then drawing it all the way around, keeping that connection of your core as you come around to the right side, and then inhale, lifting up through center. Exhale, we're starting to come back over to that right side and starting to sweep the arms all the way around to the left. Inhale, starting to sit up really tall, bringing the arms up overhead through center. Exhale, rotating towards that left side, and then sweeping around through center, coming over to that right side. Inhale, starting to bring the arms up overhead as you come back through center. Exhale, inhale, starting to twist towards the right, and then lowering the arms down, bringing the arms all the way around to the left. Exhale, inhale, bringing the arms up through center as you come through center. Exhale, coming back. So keeping that connection of core, you're just starting to bring the arms forward as you come back slightly, and then you are starting to bring the arms to the right, lifting up and over to the left, almost as though you are sort of bringing something up overhead. Then you are bringing the arms all the way around to the right, and then you are doing the same thing again. So we are bringing the arms through the center, and then coming to the right side, and then coming up and over, and keeping this going. So it's almost like you're drawing a half circle here with this. You're keeping that connection of core. You are not bringing any tension here into the low back. Now we're going to reverse this. So you're coming all the way around the other way, coming to that right side first, coming all the way around through center, and then inhale again as you bring the arms up. Exhale, lowering them down, and inhale, coming all the way around. Exhale, we're coming up, and keep it going. Breathing, flowing that breath freely, trying to bring your mind to notice if you're bringing any tension into those hip flexors, just softening into those hip flexors, really making sure you're connecting to your core. Let it go, guys, coming all the way up. Let's stay here, and we're starting to hinge forward at the hips. On an inhale, and as you exhale, starting to release, letting everything soften towards the feet. Letting the tummy relax, the forehead relaxing down, the arms softening. Finding some deeper breaths here, creating a little more space with each in-breath, and with each out-breath, starting to move into that space. Finding a deeper stretch. Everything hang heavy. Nice. Let's come all the way down onto your back, and you're starting to bring the arches of the feet together. And then you're starting to bring your right knee in towards the chest and you're lengthening that right leg long. And then coming all the way up and then bending the knee and lengthening up and then continuing with this. So it's kind of like a circle as well with this. So you are finding that bend of the knee as you start to then draw the leg long and then starting to bring the leg in that straight position all the way up, pointing towards the ceiling, and then bending the knee and lengthening the leg out. As you do this, just seeing if you can have the hips slightly turned out to the side, and so the foot will be slightly turned out, and you are using your core muscles to control this. So finding a neutral pelvis, so you're not pressing the lower back down into your mat, but you are engaging your core the whole time. Let's reverse this. So we're going back the other way. You're lowering down with that lengthened leg, then bending the knee in and then pointing the toes towards the ceiling and continuing with this. Letting your core muscles control this, letting your core muscles do the work, finding a little more length out the toes each time. We are getting longer, leaner, and more toned with these movements. And you can, of course, wear ankle weights at any time with any of the workouts as well. It can be really, really good if you want to intensify this. Any ankle, wrist weights, dumbbells, anything you like to incorporate, you can always use in the workouts. Nice. Let's bring the foot down, and we're going to take a moment here, just making sure that you've got that neutral pelvis, you've got a soft core engagement. Let's bring the left knee in this time, and then you're lengthening that leg out from the hip, and then you are starting to point the toes up towards the ceiling, and then bending the knee and lengthening the leg out, keeping this going, finding that circular motion and finding that connection of core, seeing if you can keep the pelvis really still the whole time, and the back of the shoulders are relaxing. Maybe the hands might flip to the ceiling as you start to find a softness. Awesome if you feel to do that, but you might want to also have the palms facing down for a bit of support. Let's reverse that, going back the other way. So starting to lower the leg down, drawing the knee in, pointing the toes up, and then lowering the leg back down. Few more here. Keeping that breath going. Any kind of movement here into the foot that feels good, and then placing the foot back down onto your mat. Nice work. And we are just starting to bring the arms up overhead and then reaching those fingertips long, and then starting to bring the arms up, and we are reaching for the knees as you lift the head and shoulders up, and then lowering the head and shoulders back down as you start to bring the back of the hands to come down towards the earth. So we are just continuing with this. You might find a little pulse at the top. So reach at the top and lowering back down with control as you reach those arms up overhead. We want to make sure that we are only using the core muscles, so you aren't bringing any tension into the neck here. You've got a little bit of space between the chin and the chest, and you have got that full connection of core the whole time. Seeing if you can come up a little bit higher. Each time that you come up, exhale, reach, and then inhale as you lower back down and reaching the fingertips overhead. This is a full body strength, guys, workout. This is going to get you strong. It's going to tone, sculpt, give you all the good things without equipment as well. So you don't need equipment for this, but of course, as I said before, you can always add in things if you want to. Beautiful. Right, we're coming here to bring our hands behind the head, and then we're coming up and we are twisting to one side, coming back through center and then lowering down, and then coming back up and twisting to the other side. and keeping this going. So you're coming through center as you come up, and you are twisting over to one side, and coming back through center, lowering back down with control. Closing the ribs here, so you are not flaring those ribs out. You've got your core engaged. You are lifting up, finding length through the back of the neck, so your core is lifting you up. And as you twist, we're just twisting into the waist here, so you aren't so much twisting the whole torso. You are keeping the belly button to spine, and you're just twisting through that side waist. Awesome. And coming back down and releasing here. Bringing the arms down by your sides and reaching the fingertips towards the back of the heels. Seeing if you can get the fingertips as close to the back of the heels as you can, and finding that neutral pelvis, belly button to spine. Inhale, peeling the tailbone up, lifting the hips up. We're finding a bridge position, and lifting, and then exhale as you start to lower back down with control. Pelvis is the last to arrive. Inhale, lifting up, lifting those hips up even higher, and exhale as you roll the spine from the top of the spine all the way down to the base of the spine. Inhale, peeling the tailbone up, lifting the hips high, and coming up even higher. Exhale as you roll the spine all the way back down. Awesome work. Inhale, coming up, pressing evenly through both feet as you lift up. This time lifting the heel, so lifting the right heel up and lifting, and then lowering back down with control. And then inhale, coming back up with that heel lifted on the right side, and then lowering back down with control. So it's a little uneven here with this, seeing if you can keep your weight even though through both feet, even though you have got the heel lifted on that right side and the left heel is down. Nice. Once you find that final one, just staying here, you're starting to bring the toes back of that right foot towards the face, and you are starting to lift the hips up again, coming to that bridge. Exhale as you roll back down. Keeping the toes flexed back towards the face, you're pressing into that heel to lift you up as you inhale, lifting the hips even higher. Exhale, rolling the spine, coming down. Inhale, coming up, lifting those hips up even more, finding that length through the front side of the legs, and exhale, rolling back down, letting both feet find the mat. So just finding that neutral here, and let's find a lift again through the other side. So you're lifting that left heel up this time and coming up, and then exhale, rolling the spine back down. Inhale, rolling up, keeping that left heel lifted. Exhale as you control this movement all the way back down. Inhale, coming up, lifting, keeping that heel lifted, and exhale as you release it, coming all the way back down. Inhale, coming up, lifting, finding an even higher lift, coming onto the back of those shoulders. Exhale as you come all the way back down. Nice, staying here and starting to press into the left heel. The toes flex back towards the face. Inhale, lifting the pelvis, coming up. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, lifting up, drawing up, core is engaged. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, coming up, lifting, drawing it up. Exhale, lowering back down. Nice, one more time. Inhale, lifting. Make it your best one, and exhale as you start to roll all the way back down. Nice work. And then releasing. Just bringing both feet to find the mat again, finding that evenness through the soles of the feet. And then we're starting to lift the hips up again. So lifting all the way up, pressing into all four corners of both feet, bringing the hands to interlace beneath you, pressing the knuckles down to the back of the heels, and just little pulses up and down. So staying in this bridge, and you are pulsing up and down, tiny little pulses here, and working, staying strong, lifting up even higher, coming up onto the back of those shoulders. Keep it going. If it's too much to pulse, you can always stay in a hold here. and a few more, and as you exhale, releasing down with control, letting it go and coming down, just rocking those knees to one side and then the other, and just letting the head rock in the opposite direction to what the legs are going, and you can move as slow or as fast as you like with this. So letting the tummy muscles relax. Starting to heel toe the feet out to the outside edges of the mat, turning the toes out, heels slightly turned in, reaching the fingertips towards the back of the heels and finding a slight openness across the front side of the pelvis. On an inhale, starting to lift the hips up, you're pressing evenly through both sides of the feet as you lift up, and then exhale as you roll the spine all the way back down. Pelvis arrives last. Inhale, lifting up, lifting. Imagine that you're being drawn up by a string from the front side of those hips, and then exhale as you start to roll all the way back down. Inhale, coming up, lifting, coming onto the back of those shoulders, and staying here, just finding even more lift, seeing if you can hold it here or even pulse it. We're just starting to lift one heel and then the other, so staying in this, and you are just starting to lift one heel up, lower it down, and then lift the other heel. You can move fast with this, or you can move slow, and if it's too much, you can always stay in just a hold here and see if you can lift those hips up even higher. Find your breath, don't hold your breath, make sure that you are breathing. It really does help. Few more, lifting and lowering of those heels, feeling into the back of the hamstrings. Awesome work, and then we are coming all the way back down with control, lowering the pelvis down. Heel toe those feet all the way in, and then hugging the knees in towards your heart. Biggest hug that you have had all day today, just starting to draw those knees in, maybe a little rock from side to side, maybe a bit of movement into the feet, toes, any kind of movement into the head that feels awesome. Finding those deep breaths in through the nose, and maybe releasing that breath out the mouth as you energetically start to release any tension. Awesome. You can circle the knees around if you want as well, finding a little massage into the digestive organs. Beautiful. And then just holding on to the front side of the knees and just shifting the feet slightly forward, so you've got a bit of length into the arms here, and just letting the back of those heels soften to the pelvis as you find a really nice long line from the top of the head all the way to the base of the spine. Then you're starting to draw the knees in, and then you're circling those knees all the way around. So you're bringing the knees out to the side and then shifting forward and bringing the knees back in and keeping that going. Any kind of movement with this doesn't have to be exactly as I am suggesting, just doing what feels right for you, what feels really, really nice. Maybe you might start to circle back the other way, finding a reverse. As you do this, just finding some deeper breaths, unwinding. As we start to come to the end of our class today, it was so amazing to have you join me, as it is all the time. I'm so grateful that you're here with me, and it is such an incredible thing to be able to do this wherever you are with you. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. If you did enjoy the workout today, you might like to check out all of the other workouts here. There's so many other free videos that you can do: yoga, Pilates, Yogalates, strength training, all at home without any need for equipment. You can always add those weights though, dumbbells, ankle weights, if you want to any of the workouts, which is awesome too. Nice and low impact. Nice, guys. Just keeping this going with whatever feels good for you. Might be a happy baby. You might just continue to find those circles. Stay here for as long as you like. Maybe if if you want to, finding Shavasana, just having a little rest before going about the rest of your day. Or you might do something else, whatever it is. It was amazing. Can't wait to see you again soon. Have an amazing day or night. See you soon.